Hey, welcome back to part 2 video of answering the test question. What is the volume of this rectangular prism? Keeping your answer in cubic feet. So I wanted to kind of give you a visual. I know I've had these type of questions before, but I want to give you a visual of a rectangular prism. So if you can see here, this rectangular prism is a three-dimensional shape, right? And so you have a rectangle base, a rectangle sides of this three-dimensional shape. And so what I want you to think of when you hear rectangular prisms, or any prism for that matter, you're thinking about volume, right? That's measurement of inside this three-dimensional shape, right? So think of volume like liquid inside a three-dimensional shape. If we were to fill this rectangular prism full of water, how much would we need? And that's what we're doing with this formula to find the volume of this rectangular prism. I also want to point out, I go too fast, I'm going to slow down a little bit. Understand here represents 5 feet represents your length, or L. Right here with the 2 feet represents your width, or W. And then you have your height right here of 10 feet represented by H. And I'm pointing this out because L times W times H will give you the volume of this particular rectangular prism. And so, volume is a measurement of inside of a three-dimensional shape. And so our answer is right here, but let me break it down a little bit for you. So volume right here equals length times width times height, right? And so your length, if I go too fast, please stop, pause, rewind. You can look at those values again. But your length was 5 feet. Your W, your width, was 2 feet. Your height, or H, was 10 feet. So length times width times height for this rectangular prism will give you your volume answer. And so if length was 5 feet, I'm going to substitute 5 for L. Times, substitute 2 feet for W, times 10 feet for my height, right? Length times width times height will give me my volume of this rectangular prism. Now, I'm showing you here this dot, 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 this invisible one. You do not need to know this. I'm just explaining to you why the answer is in feet cubed, right? The answer is in feet cubed, and this is why. But first, let's multiply. 5 times 2 times 10. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 times 10 is 100. Now, when you multiply variables, x, y, z, feet, the rule is you add the exponents. And here, there's an invisible 1 exponent. If you're not familiar with invisible ones, please watch my videos on invisible ones. They will clarify so much that makes mathematics confusing for so many students and learners, right? So there's an invisible 1 exponent attached to this feet, or unit of measurement, feet. And I'm just showing you in the dot, dot, dot. The rule is when the base is the same, feet, feet, and feet, you keep it the same, feet. And you add the exponents. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So feet cubed, or feet to the third power. So again, the answer is 5 times 2, which is 10. 10 times 10 is 100. Feet cubed. That's the volume of this particular rectangular prism. The answer is option A, 100 feet cubed. Thank you for joining me. And let me give you some, if I'm going too fast, please stop, pause, rewind. Let me give you some search engines that you could use in order to practice your new skills if this is all new for you, right? So conduct an internet search for worksheets with answers on product rule of exponents. Again, I have a video on product rule of exponents. You can check out my videos as well. But if you want to practice those skills, look for worksheets with answers. Product rule of exponents. Look for worksheets with answers on Practice finding the volume of three-dimensional shapes. Look for worksheets with answers on understanding the difference of unit measurements of perimeter, area, volume of shapes. Practice, excuse me, let me get my tongue out of the way. Practice substituting values into formulas for area and volume. That will help increase your skills. And of course, watch my videos on invisible ones, as well as my exponential rules. I have all the exponent rules. I've created a video for them all. Check them out. They will help you dramatically. Thank you for joining me. Math is easy. Take it step by step. Please like, follow, share, subscribe. If I've helped you, please help me to help others in understanding some of these pretty difficult math test questions. Not all of them are difficult, but many of them are. Thank you for your time.